Hey, my name is Levi Marshall. I'm 17 years old from the reserve of Membertou First Nations. I'm Mi'kmaq and I'm now living in the city of Halifax, Nova Scotia. So I'm here today to take part in the campaign of the 94 Days of Reconciliation, part of the TRC's Call to Action. And I am fortunate enough to have received the Call to Action number 85. And I'm going to read that Call to Action for you guys. We call upon the Aboriginal Peoples Television Network as an independent, non-profit broadcaster with programming by, for, and about Aboriginal peoples to support reconciliation, including but not limited to 1. Continue to provide leadership in programming and organizational culture that reflects the culture, language, and perspectives of Aboriginal people. 2. Continuing to develop media initiatives that inform and educate the Canadian public and connect Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal Canadians. So when I hear this call to action, I feel it is really important for not just me, but all Aboriginal youth and all Aboriginal people, because the Aboriginal Peoples Television Network is such a huge tool for all Aboriginals from the East Coast to the West Coast, from all over the country. Because when we watch the Aboriginal Peoples Television Network, we get to see different cultures and hear different languages being spoken. You know, it's not just our own. So I'm Mi'kmaq, but I get to hear perspectives of different First Nations people from all over the country, and that is amazing. I think one of the best realizations that I've ever made is how different cultures are. You know, hearing the Mi'kmaq drumming and singing, then hearing Cree drumming and singing. It's different, and that is cool. You have to be exposed to these differences in life and these differences in the culture, because that is super important for us as a people to know that there is differences, but there also is similarities, and to find that common ground. And once we find that common ground, then we can begin the part of reconciliation. Every group does it differently, and that is really powerful to see why each group does it. And I love that. I just love it so much. You know what, we may be a little bit different than one another, but we're still the same. We still share the fact that we are Aboriginal peoples and we are one. We are united together, and that is really important. And that's what APTN does. They unite the nations. They unite all the Aboriginal people from all over the country together. They bring them into one place where they can coexist and learn from one another. You know, they show us life up north. And a lot of people, you know, down south in Canada will never be able to see the northern part of our country. But when we watch APTN, we get to see the northern part of our country. And that is super important, because that's part of our country now. And a lot of people forget that. And there is this gap between the Indigenous people and the non-Indigenous Canadians in our country. And there's a gap between, it's not just First Nations people. I'm sure there's gaps between different minority groups in our country as well, and to the rest. And that's how everybody feels. And if that's how everyone feels, then there must be a problem, right? Now, in the time that we are in, it's 2016, it's time to bridge that gap. I'm really proud of APTN. You know, this is our people doing amazing things and bridging this gap between all the nations, and creating a bond and uniting us all in this on their channel. Right in front of us, we can watch things, and we can watch stories from all different nations and all different tribes. That is the coolest thing ever. So that is call to action number 85 for this 94 Day of Reconciliation campaign. I really hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you get the chance to watch other videos created by other youth and people from across our country. This is Levi Marshall, and I'll see you next time.